All right, ladies and gents, boys and girls, happy Monday. Hope you're all doing well. Monday, March the 14th, 2022. Appreciate you all tuning in. We have got a lot to get into here on this Monday, and I want to take your questions, your comments, your calls. I most certainly want to hear from all of you here on this celebratory Monday, this victory Monday. Right now, I see Lance Player, Brennan M., Todd Smith, Brack. What's going on, boys? Appreciate y'all tuning in. Also, guys, if you are in the Big Cock Club Discord, head over to the TDC Questions channel, the TDC Questions channel, to be sure that your questions are answered there. Again, guys, very excited to chat with you here on this Monday. As you see, we got a new backdrop, a new background as well. Very excited about that. My guy, Brendan, by the way, you see the hat, and we can go through what each item is, by the way, if y'all really want to, but just thought we'd switch it up. With that being said, as you can tell, as you can see, let's take a quick moment of silence. R.I.P. the whiteboard. R.I.P. the whiteboard. R.I.P. the whiteboard. Just wanted to switch it up again. We're having our guy Pick Six previews on the podcast tonight. That interview, that conversation will drop on Thursday. He's obviously the creator and the guy that made these mini helmets you see behind me. So, again, I definitely wanted to get those in the frame for his combo, and I thought, you know what, why not? This is a great time, great opportunity to switch up the background, the backdrop, if you will. So, again, guys, appreciate y'all rolling the punches. And, again, really excited to chat with you this Monday because we got a lot to get into. As you see, Carolina takes 2 of 3 from the top-ranked Texas Longhorns because, of course, we all saw that coming, right? We all predicted that. We all knew. We never doubted this team. Shout out Robbie Davis, who actually had the prediction right from the jump. He picked South Carolina to take 2 out of 3. And with that being said, I'm a little nervous to do it because there's not a lot of room behind me. But I feel like in the spirit of what happened over the weekend, I sort of have to do this. So give me 1 second, by the way. Give me 1 second. Calling an audible. Just 1 second. When you beat Texas, it's horns down. That's it. I don't want to knock anything over behind me, but it's horns down, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Okay. All right. All right. As I'm sure you all imagined I would be, I am on one today, and it feels good to be good. Yes, Brian. I almost wore that hat, but I thought, you know what, let's rock with the Rowdy Roosters. Let's rock with all the baseball merch here on this Monday. But again, guys, I do want to hear from you. Is Facebook good? By the way, I have not seen a Facebook comment yet. Is Facebook good? There shouldn't be a problem with Facebook. Is Facebook good? I'm telling you, man, if Facebook's not good, I'm just going to take away an intro video because this is getting absolutely ridiculous. This is getting absolutely absurd. And if Facebook's not good, I'm probably going to cry, like legitimately. Yeah, it looks like Facebook is good. I'm not seeing the comments for some reason, though. I'm just not seeing the comments. It looks like you guys are fine. Yeah, okay, Cody. Yeah, okay. All right, I got Facebook pulled up. So I see you, Savannah Webster, Cody Gaskins, Travis Allen, Ryan Wright. Okay, all right. I don't know why on my end it's maybe if I Okay, I just refreshed it, so I'm going to try to see. Guys, it's just I honestly, we have the best fans ever. TSUS has the best fans because this is not an analytics company. This is not a logistics company. This is obviously not a tech company. But you guys continue to say screw it and show up and comment and roll with the punches. So, again, thank you all so much. Thank you all so much for continuing to do that. Because for whatever reason, I can't even see Facebook comments on mine, but I've got Facebook pulled up. So we are all good there. Yeah, Cody, I see your comment. A lot of us are commenting on Facebook. Again, guys, hey, the best way to get your comments in today, give that number a call. Give it a text, 843-790-3377. That's 843-790-3377. Yes, Travi, just like baseball, we make an adjustment, Travi. We make an adjustment. You love that. We make an adjustment. And again, what a weekend it was. What a weekend it was, man. South Carolina baseball just finding a way. And really, I say finding a way, but really dominating that second day. I mean, really dominating the doubleheader for the most part. Really felt like we were in control for the majority of that day. And again, the podcast, guys, by the way, that's another thing. God, it's insane. I got to get my shit together. The podcast. So recorded a fire podcast last night. The podcast is out, by the way, so do not fret. The podcast is out. But recorded a fire show last night. Was up till like midnight editing it. And so the Blue Wire hosting platform, which we love, by the way, we love Blue Wire, but the scheduling area is different than it was in Red Circle. So when you go to schedule, it's like automatically picking the next day instead of the day you're on or whatever. So I had the podcast scheduled to drop at 5 a.m. The problem is I had it scheduled to drop at 5 a.m. on March the 15th, which is tomorrow. So the podcast is now out. It dropped about 9 a.m. today, and I do apologize. That will not be an issue moving forward because I will make sure to double check, look at my Mac, and say, okay, date, line up the dates, and we'll be good to go. But I highly, highly, highly suggest you guys check out the podcast that dropped today because I tell you what, it's some fire, man, because obviously we celebrate the victory over Texas, winning 2 out of 3 over the number 1 ranked team in college baseball. And also, of course, in case you missed it somehow, some way, men's basketball, their season is over. They did not get selected for the NIT. And I went in on Frank Martin and the state of this program a lot harder than I expected. A lot harder than I expected. Truly. We can talk about whatever, guys. We can talk about, I want to start with the positives, of course, which again is Gamecocks baseball. Gamecocks baseball, and again, guys, what you saw over the weekend, listen, the rivalry weekend sucked. Like a week ago to the date, we were not very happy, nor should we have been, okay? But as I told you all last week, baseball is a very, very, very long season. It is a marathon. It is not a sprint. It is a marathon. It is not a sprint. And so, as much as last weekend sucked, guys, I was not going to use my platform 12 games into the season to call for Mark Kingston's job. And I will say this. The same way that last weekend wasn't an indictment on the rest of our season negatively, this past weekend, as great as it was, is not an indictment on our season positively. It's a long year. Guys, we begin SEC play this weekend. There are 10 SEC weekends. Getting too high or getting too low is a bad idea. But with that being said, I also want to echo this. Folks, it is okay to be happy. Please don't lose sight of that. I mean, I can be a mean cuss, man. I can be a very mean cuss. I will call for a coach's job. I will lead the charge in criticism. I will lead the charge at times in just complaining, just to vent. But guys, never forget the fun part of being a fan. And that is when your favorite team wins. I mean, I see people this morning on Twitter. Oh, I'm still this, I'm still. And guys, you might be right. Kingston might still be a slapdick. He might not be the guy. He might not be the guy to get us to Omaha. He might not be the guy to lead us back to the promised land. But damn it, if you can't be happy today, I'm not telling you to get carried away. I'm not telling you to proclaim that all is well. I'm not telling you to proclaim that, oh, we're going to Omaha now. We're a great team again. I'm not even telling you to do that. But if all you do is spend time focusing on the negatives and putting a negative spin on everything, what a miserable existence. Just be able to take the time to celebrate victories when they happen. That's all I'm saying, man. That's all I'm saying. I'm not telling you to overreact. I'm not telling you to overreact one way or the other. But if we're going to be critical when things don't go well, let's give praise. Let's tip our cap. Let's be happy. It's not a crime to be happy when we win, guys. That's not a crime. So I know I'm not speaking to the majority of you, but even if there's one person, that's too many. Side note, guys. Side note, something I want to address really quickly. The podcast is not on YouTube. Okay. For everybody asking, the podcast is not on YouTube. Now, with the amount of you asking for it, I don't know, I may be compelled to start publishing it myself. But since we migrated hosting platforms, going from Red Circle to Blue Wire, Red Circle would automatically create MP4s and upload them to YouTube. Blue Wire does not do that. That is why you are not seeing the podcast there. However, I will actually tell you this, guys. I will tell you this because I've been asked by many of you, Chris, I can't find the show on YouTube. I understand. Here's the kicker. It's actually more beneficial for us if you listen to the show, not on YouTube. So as much as I appreciate you guys tuning in, and I'm very grateful and thankful, if you could do me the favor, don't stop tuning into the podcast. Go to iTunes, go to Spotify, go to Stitcher, go to Google Podcasts, whatever you listen to podcasts on. Go to thespursupshow.com and literally look for the latest article. They drop every single day. I post it on social media every single day because the way that Blue Wire, our new hosting platform, which is a very big deal, is judging us is based on downloads. So when you listen on YouTube, it never counted as a download. It was just a play on YouTube. Much more beneficial for the business if you're listening on iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, Google Podcasts, any of those platforms I mentioned where you get podcasts. And if you need those links, hey, let me know. I will DM you a link. But the easiest thing is going to be, because I saw Todd Smith comment earlier, whatever platform you have that you listen to podcasts, subscribe. You'll get the daily notifications. You're going to know exactly when the podcast drops. That's going to be the easiest way. Again, back to the Gamecocks. Again, going into the weekend, I really felt like, certainly I didn't expect this team to do what they did. I really thought we combated Texas pitching really well. I expected it. Even though I felt good about our lineup, I still do, guys. I mean, I told you coming into the weekend, I told you after the Clemson series that, and after Xavier, that, I really do feel like still this lineup will come around. This lineup's going to be fine. It's the pitching side that concerns me. But the lineup exceeded all my expectations. I mean, you saw guys step up. You saw your transfer dudes that I've talked about for so much, Brant Belk, Kevin Madden, have some clutch ABs. Braylon Wimmer. What in the world's wrong with Braylon Wimmer? I got a DM after Saturday. Chris, what's wrong with Braylon Wimmer this year? What's wrong with Braylon Wimmer? Is he okay? I'm like, the dude's hitting 390. You know what I mean? He's hitting 390. So he stepped up. I mean, everybody contributed, man. We did who's hot, who's not on the podcast. I don't think anybody's who's not. I mean, I think everybody contributed. Not everybody had great weekends, but I don't know that there was anybody who was just ice cold necessarily. But that was the beauty of it too, man. On Sunday, winning the doubleheader, it was team victories. I mean, it really was. It was just complete team victories. Timely hitting. And was it perfect? No. But you saw timely hitting. You saw great pitching. You saw guys rise to the occasion. And it was just a beautiful thing to watch, man. And again, Texas is a really good ball club, guys. Do not mistake it. One of the things, I used to like it when I was younger. But one of the things now, the overrated chant, and I get it. We're trying to needle Texas and the Rowdy Roosters. Hey, y'all were great, man. Those that were there. It's crazy. With baseball, the Rowdy Roosters, you don't even have to have that great of numbers, but it's when you have those passionate Rowdy Roosters out there, 20 people is can make a difference. And so, I get it. You're trying to needle Texas, but hey, to hell, I say they're not overrated. We're good. Give ourselves credit. Pat ourselves on the back. Travis Allen says, Chris, I heard the crowd chanting overrated. We got to stop that. We need to make those guys look to be the best in the country, especially when we beat them. Yeah, I mean, again, I get what they're doing. I'm not going to spend my time knocking those dudes. Ronnie Pace, what's up, man? Yeah, Becker's a stud for sure. Savannah Webster says that's why she focuses on the girls. Way less complain about. Well, Savannah, you might want to focus on the Yardcocks as well. But yeah, the women too, number 1 overall seed. Surprise, surprise. Not shocked at all. Yeah, doing their thing, though. Doing their thing. So, Very excited for what Dawn Staley and company got brewing. Obviously, that gets going this weekend. Friday at 2 o'clock is tip-off of the first game. They will play the winner of Howard and UIW. Justin Langford. Excuse me, guys. Justin Langford got to stay cocky and hot. Indeed. Yeah, but anyways, where was I going with that? Yeah, either way, team victories though. Just a couple of team victories, man. A couple of team victories. So proud of the dudes. Again, this time last week and certainly after Tuesday, the storyline was around resiliency. And how is this team going to combat adversity, right? And in just a week's time, there's a new storyline, but it's just as pivotal. Because this time last week, and after Tuesday, when you lose to Xavier, fire the coach. Everybody's telling this group how terrible they are. And, oh, you're going to win 15 games this year. We're going to go 8-22 in SEC play. We're terrible, this, that, whatever. Now, you take 2 of 3 from number 1 Texas. And everybody's going to tell you how great you are. And everybody's going to tell you, oh, I knew all along. You guys have it together. Yeah, Kingston's the man. Everybody's going to tell you that. This week, the challenge is different. Last week, the challenge was combating adversity. This week, the challenge is combating prosperity. Do not let the outside noise dictate anything. Because we as fans can celebrate. We can celebrate this thing all week. But those guys in the locker room, those coaches, everyone involved with that program inside the building, it's about keeping a level head. Because guess what? There's 2 types of people in this game. 2 types of people in this game. Those who are humbled and those who are about to become humbled. So stay humble, stay level-headed, keep your head down, keep it moving, because just when you think you've got this game figured out, it kicks you in the ass. So approach each and every single day the right way. Trust your training, trust your stuff, trust your coaching, trust your talent and your ability, and go out and play your tail off and let the rest take care of itself. So that is the challenge this week for Gamecocks baseball. And I mean, certainly you're not going to get out ahead over your skis because you've got to play the 7th-ranked Tennessee Volunteers this weekend. But it starts tomorrow. You know what I mean? Really, it starts today in practice or starts today in your preparation. But tomorrow, you play Gardner-Webb, right? They're not Texas. But it's about approaching that game like they are Texas, approaching it the right way. That's what it's about. Again, baseball is a fickle game. It's a funny game, and so much can happen. So much can change. Who knew? Who'd have thought? Who'd have thought you'd get swept by Clemson and take 2 or 3 from Texas? I mean, who'd have thunk? Let's see. Anyways, guys, want to hear from you. 843-790-3377. That is 843-790-3377. Again, guys, I apologize. I do have Facebook pulled up on my end, but for some reason I'm not actually seeing the Facebook comments in the chat. Matt Bruno, any top 25 bids? College Baseball Nation has the Gamecocks ranked 25th, but the top 25 just is what it is, man. The top 25 is what it is. It's just whatever. Let's see. Anyways, guys, would love to hear from you again. There's so much to discuss, so much to get into. I would love to spend the time talking baseball, but certainly we can talk basketball. Travie, just a shame the dudes didn't even get an NIT. How in the world? Connor Lee, will you be at the women's game on Friday? They're doing free student tickets. Well, Connor, I'm not a student for one. But number 2, I'll get to that. Let's start with the phones here.
Call from
Brian Lattimore.
To accept, press.
Brian, what's up, man? How are you?
Good, man. How you doing?
I'm doing well. Appreciate you asking. What's going on?
It was nice to have a positive day on the Daily Crow. It's been a lot, kind of.
It had been a while since we won. I got to be honest. It had been a while since we won. So, it feels good to be good again, for sure.
I remember calling in last Wednesday after we just lost, to Xavier on Tuesday. And, there's just a lot of negativity around Carolina baseball, in general. I even remember asking you, what did you see in this team that just, I just haven't seen anything. Well, I think they might have heard that call because they showed up and they decided to show us, what you might have saw in the preseason. So they finally decided to play play some baseball, some Carolina baseball for that matter. So you said it best. It's about capturing, what you put on the field, and it's about maintaining. You're not going to play that good all year long, but you got to cut out some of the bad that we've seen already. So I'm hoping that maybe we found a stride. And it's one of those things where we said it last week, right? You're not as bad as as we're showing,
right?
And I don't think we're as good as we just showed either. So we're somewhere in between. It's just how far up or how far down.
And I think the key, Brian, is and this is what I think almost every college coach, no matter the sport, probably faces, but it's just about locking in mentally because, it's not about ability, right? You just showed, you have the ability, but it's just how do you take that resolve you showed yesterday and lock in that way each and every single time? And again, baseball is hard. Even when you're locked in, sometimes it's just not working out. It just sometimes it looks like a beach ball, and sometimes it looks like a pebble. That's the way the game goes. But yeah, I think it's just about locking in mentally and rising to the occasion. And again, I'm not saying you weren't locked in mentally against Clemson, because how could you not be? But obviously this team showed its ability over the weekend, and it's just kind of funny how something good finally happens for you, whether it's a base knock or somebody steps up on the mound or whatever, and positive momentum, it just takes over. So, I agree with you in the sense that, the same way, as I said earlier, that the Clemson series wasn't an indictment that, this team's going to win 15 games and it's just terrible. The Texas series isn't saying, now we're going to Omaha. The truth probably lies somewhere in the middle, but you hope that it lies closer to the positive versus the negative, right? And this team can sort of, I don't even know if catch fire is the right term, but just grow into itself, get some pitchers back healthy, and be as consistent as possible. And again, you're going to have to bring it again this weekend against Tennessee at their place. Going to be a hell of a challenge. Nobody's going to be picking you to win, probably. I mean, again, Tennessee's a top 10 team. They have one of the best offenses in college baseball. And, as well as you threw it on Sunday, as well as you threw it yesterday, you're still sort of depleted on the mound. So it'll be another challenge. But, I don't mind South kind of being this chip on its shoulder underdog mentality right now. Go take it and go earn respect. But, I think this team definitely showed you what they're capable of over the weekend. And again, like you said, I think the truth probably lies somewhere in the middle. But, it was just, man, yesterday was a blast. I mean, I just no other way to put it. I was at Founders all day long. It was, man, that was a fun day out there. That's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I was really worried, going into it that, Texas would just establish a lead and we'd just be playing behind, the whole time because, obviously Texas batting first. And I think they did. I think 2 out of 3 games, or maybe even every game, I think they scored in the first inning, before we even got the chance to bat. And, it's like, all right, well, here we go. And then we come up bottom of the first and we answer. That's important. If we give up a run or 2 or whatever, you need to go out there and answer.
Right.
I don't like waiting until the 5th or 6th inning to put up something. It's just at that point it almost seems like it's too late. When it's not. It's baseball, but it kind of builds as a compounding effect every inning.
Yeah, so, you don't want to put yourself in those positions. You don't want to make a living doing that. Yeah, definitely.
Right. So the fact that you're able to go out there and answer against the number 1 team, immediately, it's huge.
Texas hit a home run in the top of the first in every game, which is nuts.
Yeah.
So, and you're able to win 2 of them. So.
Yeah, especially that dude that hit the 400, Melendez, whatever.
Yeah, Ivan Melendez. I mean, he's a legit dude, man. He's a legit dude. So.
But his arrogance might have kind of, been the key to winning those games.
Yeah.
Because I think we took offense to the arrogance that they displayed. That they just had that, we're better than you, we're too good for you kind of feeling about them. And I just don't think they took very kindly to that.
Yeah.
So there's some games that mean a lot more than others. You could throw the number 1 ranking out the window. Just that arrogance, I love shutting that arrogance up.
Yeah. Yeah, and again, especially in baseball, man, the rankings don't really matter. I mean, it's baseball, man. At the end of the day, the game shows no mercy no matter what your ranking is. So you can have a good weekend, you can have a bad weekend. It doesn't matter whether you're ranked number 1 or you're ranked 50th. Doesn't really matter. We see it all the time, dude. We see it all the time. So, Again, I'm excited to see this team. And again, you win anyway. Matthew Becker obviously emerged, the dude that I think he, without a doubt, earned another start. But I'm excited for this club. Once you get Julian Bosnick back, and you've got a lot of other pitchers that are going to be coming back from injury. Man, you start getting dudes back. I'm not sitting here saying you're an Omaha club, but I'm telling you, you might really have something. You might have something. So we'll see. I mean, again, you kick off SEC play this weekend in Knoxville, and then you got Vanderbilt the next weekend. So hey, Texas was just the start of the gauntlet. But I think you really might have something. I really do. So it's going to be fun to watch it play out, if nothing else.
Yeah, I'm slightly worried because I know Matthew Becker's still very young. True freshman, right? So
yeah, Becker's a true freshman from Chapin. Yeah, local kid.
So it's one of those things where I just hope he can capture what he did, and and repeat it, and have consistency there. I'd hate to him go out next weekend and just look like total trash. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
well, again, like I said, it's about trusting your stuff, and staying level headed and knowing that you still could be better, and you need to work. And again, I'm sure he's I'm sure he's approaching it the right way, and I'm not too concerned that he'll get overconfident or anything. But I'm excited. He obviously showed you what he's capable of. So we'll see.
Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, he definitely earned another opportunity, without a doubt.
Yeah.
And I know we talked about it last week too. The potential of moving Will Sanders to we originally said game 3 to try to salvage a game. Obviously, they moved to Saturday, try to get him a complete game. He didn't quite make it all the way, close enough. He did enough to get us that win, and I think that momentum from winning game 1 really kind of built that momentum to win the game 2 of Saturday or Sunday. And yeah, I mean, it's just a compounding effect, So you never know what might have happened if you end up put a Will Sanders on Friday. Hell, maybe that switch was the key. It's one of those things where you look stupid if you do it and you lose, but if it works, you're like a mastermind. That's kind of one of those things.
Yeah. And I got to be honest, I wasn't a huge fan of it when it happened. I like throwing your best available when they are available. But I mean, I didn't think it was like the craziest thing I'd ever heard of. I mean, obviously I've seen teams do that, and I know that strategy. And looking back now, hindsight's 2020, right? Like, it made sense. It was a good move. But yeah. I mean, I wasn't saying like, oh, Kingston's an idiot for doing this. Me personally, like, would I have done it? Probably not. But it worked. So there's a reason I'm not in the dugout coaching Carolina. So I'm just doing a podcast. So
we didn't take Friday night away from them. The weather did.
Right. No, for sure. So I would put Will back in his Friday role going in this weekend. And I'll be honest with you, man. I mean, I like Noah Hall. I think Noah Hall. I like Noah Hall, or think he can be a very serviceable starter for you until Bosnick comes back. I think Becker certainly has earned another start. But it's just kind of up to them. Do you want to start Noah Hall on Saturday? Do you want to start Becker? I think if nothing else, you know who your top 2 candidates are to start for you this weekend. So maybe we're not going to be TBA on Saturday, Sunday, but yeah. So we'll have to just again see how it shakes out, and just how close is Julian Bosnick. I mean, who knows? Who knows? Hopefully you can get him back sooner rather than later.
Yeah, I mean, you said it the best. I don't see any reason why you go any other direction. I mean, nobody else has shown me that they deserve that, that opportunity. So
right.
Give those same guys the opportunity again. See what happens.
Yeah, that's all you
maybe
can do.
Noah Hall gets the win. You never know.
Yeah, that's all you can do, man. Give guys opportunities.
How about Braswell as a closer though?
Yeah, he's just
got that swagger.
He's a stud, man. He's a stud.
He's just got that swagger. Every time he comes on the field, no matter what the position is, I feel confident that he's going to do what he's got to do. I think he's the only batter. I think
he's got that moxie.
Right around 400, but I think he's the only guy that we have that's above 400 hitting too, which is incredible.
Yeah, he's got that moxie, man. He's got that moxie, and again, that to me is the reason why. He's without a doubt your closer. I mean, a lot of being a closer is just the mentality. You know what I mean? A lot of guys have good stuff, but it's about mentality, the bulldog mentality, attacking mentality. And, he's obviously got good stuff too. He's got like a natural cut on his fastball, and he got a good slider. So he's got typical closer stuff. But I feel very confident giving him the baseball in the last inning. I do at this point. And I mean, again, he's shown you no reason not to be. You know what I mean? So yeah, if we're in a situation this weekend against Tennessee, and it's the last inning, and we're up by a run or two, hey, give him the ball. Give him the ball. I mean, he's your guy. He's your guy at this point. There's no question. He's your guy. So, it almost makes me think back to Friday night against Clemson, and I kind of wish we'd have given him the ball. You know what I mean? Maybe let him get a 6-out save. Man, that. But anyways, hindsight's 20/20. It is what it is. But I think without a doubt, there should be no debate. He's your closer.
Yeah, I mean, I think to be a closer, I think you have to have that intangible, right? That it factor. I think he's got it. Everything he's shown me so far, he's got the it factor. No matter where you put him on the field, which is extremely rare, rather than just one position. So yeah, I mean, I feel confident whenever he goes into the game, he's going to do what he's got to do.
Yeah.
That's rare that you get that with another freshman. So it's just incredible.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Man,
Fun.
How about basketball? How about basketball getting left out?
I mean, yeah, I mean, I was very surprised. I was very, Vanderbilt gets in. We don't. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. I was surprised. Listen, I don't pretend to understand net. I don't. All I know is we're not very favorable to net. And, I mean, I went in on the podcast today, and I didn't expect to go as hard as I did. But I'm just not a very passive individual, man. I attack things in my daily life, business, sports. I don't like being passive. You know what I'm saying? Do things with passion. Do things with conviction. And so I don't want to be passive when it comes to Frank Martin and the Gamecocks men's basketball program. And I know it's not an easy answer. Here's my hot take of the day. South Carolina didn't make the NIT because what? Net. We're not a very attractive team to bring to that tournament. Here's my hot take. Love Frank Martin. How about we go get a coach that the net likes? Let's go get a coach that the selection committee likes. I don't like having a coach that apparently everybody hates him. I mean, because you know what? Hey, style obviously matters. Offensive efficiency, all those ridiculous statistics that shouldn't probably matter as much as they do, but they do. So, I don't really care if our fan base likes Frank Martin. I don't care if I do, but you know who doesn't like him? The damn selection committee. They obviously don't like him. So, I mean, it's just, I don't know, man. I mean, we can either keep playing the victim and say, well, we're just poor little South Carolina. They don't like us. They don't give us any respect. But they give Vandy respect. I mean, come on, man. So, listen, I feel like I've grown as a human being. I feel like I have. If Frank Martin can land G.G. Jackson, then you know what? If he comes back, fine. It is what it is. Game-changing type prospect, huge commit. I get it. But if he doesn't land him, dude, you got to go. You got to move on. I'm sorry. I'm not going to change up my energy just to not hurt a couple people's feelings. We said it going in the season. It's tournament or bust. And people will point to, well, you overachieved. Well, you won 18 games. Well, you went 9-9. Who cares? What does it matter? 10 years from now, what are we going to do? Look back on the season and say, remember that time we went 500 in conference play? Wasn't that a great year? Such a memorable season? Nobody's going to give a shit. It doesn't matter. Who cares? At this point, if men's basketball doesn't make, let's just say a postseason. I'm not even saying March Madness. If you don't make a postseason, the season just shouldn't have even happened. There was no point in the entire season. A couple good memories at CLA, a buzzer beater here and there. I mean, cool. That's great. And it gives me content, but the season shouldn't even happen. It might as well not have. You know what I mean? What's the point? What is the point? And again, I feel for Frank because our history is so pathetic that he has done things that haven't been done here. He has hit marks and achievements and where he's finished in the SEC and his SEC record. But at the end of the day, who gives a shit? Who gives a shit? I mean, really, I don't give a damn. I don't. We're not in the postseason. Basketball season is over. That's the bottom line. It's over. Basketball season's over. So, and again, is that Frank's fault, man? I don't know. I don't know. But you know what? We should probably do things the selection committee wants us to do. We should do things the net wants us to do because they're the ones at the end of the day that hold our fate in their hands. You know what I mean? I know it's not an easy answer. I'm not saying changing Frank is going to solve everything. And people are so scared to go back to the Darren Horn days. But let me ask you a question. What's the difference? We're still ending up in the same spot.
Yeah,
We're still ending up in the same spot. I mean, what's the difference? We're still not going to the tournament. What's the difference in being Georgia? What's the difference between Georgia and South Carolina this year in basketball? Nothing. Like literally nothing. Literally nothing. We're both in the same. We're both on our couches. We're both not playing in the postseason.
I'd argue it's even worse for us because at least we had what looked like a chance. Georgia knew they didn't have a chance. So they didn't even care about the selection committee. We just got our hearts broken.
Again, the worst spot to be in sports, we are in sports purgatory, is 500 because you're never good enough to win anything that matters, but you're not quite bad enough to really spurn a change. You're just sort of stuck in limbo. And, again, I softened. I don't know if soften's the right word, but I don't know. My stance on Frank Martin, it's just such a sensitive topic. Well, to hell with it, man. I don't give a damn. You know what? We set expectations in the preseason. You either make the tournament or you're out. And guess what? We didn't not just make the tournament. We didn't make the NIT. We didn't even make the NIT, the not invited tournament, the tournament that doesn't even matter. So you tell me, man. Hey, and that's, you know what? If you don't get Gigi and you bring Frank back, I'm not going to spend the next 4 months, 5 months, whatever, 7 months until the next basketball season starts complaining that he's back. But with that being said, don't complain to me when men's basketball is the 4th most popular sport on campus, and I'm putting it kindly. Like, don't complain to me when there's nobody at the CLA watching this team. Just don't complain to me because you know what you're doing. If you bring Frank back and you don't get Gigi, you're spitting in the face of your fans. That's what you're doing, in my opinion. You're telling them we don't give a shit about winning. We just don't. Frank is likable enough. He wins just enough. But the tournament, unrealistic for us. We're an NIT at best program, and we're cool with that, which is fine. Set proper expectations. That's fine with me. But, I will go into next season. Hey, Gigi or not, I will go into next season with very, very sobering expectations. Very sobering expectations.
Yeah, I mean, even if you land Gigi, I'm not sure that really changes anything. I mean, yeah, you might have a better year next year, but Frank's already shown us that he can't capitalize on momentum. I mean, I'm sorry, but you had a Thornwell, you had a Final Four, you had everything going for men's basketball. Everything. You can't build on that. I don't care who the recruit is that you're pulling in. It doesn't freaking matter. Maybe this time's different. I want to get ahead of myself. Maybe he lands GG and we're just, a top 10 program, for the next 10 years that he's there until, God forbid whatever happens. But I just don't see it. So, and it's one of those things where I think Frank said it even himself that, it should come down to wins and losses. I mean, foul points are a thing, but record's there. Some games maybe wasn't a good record even, but it was good enough to get you where you were. You were trying to go. No doubt about it. We should have at least made the NIT. It's that absolutely. It's theft. The fact that we didn't make it there.
And I'm not saying we shouldn't be in. I mean, I think
it doesn't matter.
Yeah. I think 9-9 in the SEC, which you could argue was the best conference in college basketball. I don't understand it either. I don't get it either.
But either way, it doesn't matter. You didn't make it. It doesn't matter.
Right.
Point blank. I don't care what Frank has to say. I don't care what you had to say. I don't care what anybody has to say. It does not matter. We didn't make the tournament. We didn't make the NIT. We're sitting at home. So what do you do about it? This is what, the second time we've got screwed in the last 5 years of making it to the tournament. So it is what it is. We can complain about it all day long, but you got to fix the problem. What's the problem?
Right.
You could argue we could have been there, but we're not.
Yeah.
So you got to fix the problem. So I don't know. Landing GG sounds.
You got to. Let me put it this way. You got to at minimum have the conversation of like, okay, are we? Do we need to make a change? You got to reevaluate. You got to reevaluate the entire program, top to bottom. You got to reevaluate. There has to be a game plan in place. There has to be some sort of game plan in place.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what else to say about the topic. It's just sad that, this is the best that we have to hope for. Everybody's like, well, this is the best that we've ever had in men's basketball. That doesn't mean we can't have better. I'm just so tired of hearing that. Frank's the best things we ever had. So what? That doesn't mean we can't do better. If we had that same energy, that would, we'd never, make anything in any Gamecock sports because, going back in time, other than baseball maybe, all of our programs were trash. And the ones that people cared about. You got to make changes. You got to give opportunities. You got to continue making strides in the direction of becoming better. And you can't do that with holding on to what is shown to be a historically average coach in South Carolina.
Right. I agree 100%, my man.
Anyways, I'll let you go. Good talking to you, man. I'll catch you next time.
Yeah, always a pleasure, man. Appreciate it. Great stuff. Great call. Great stuff. Great call. 843-790-3377. I see we have a voicemail. I apologize missing your call. Again, that was a great conversation with Brian Lattimore there. And again, guys, I appreciate all of your insight. Again, the answer around Gamecocks men's basketball is not easy. But why should I change my energy? Right? Why should I change and Coach Ford, change is fine. Who do you want? Again, I'll say the same thing I said when football was changing coaches. Coach Ford, that ain't my job. That ain't my job. Go find a guy, Coach Ford.
Call from
Robbie Davis, a.k.a. Kirk Herbstreit.
Robbie, what's going on, man? How are you?
I would just like to say to the haters that thought I was stupid for picking us to win 2 out of 3, yeah, you can kiss my butt when my cheeks meet, okay? Thank you very much.
Robbie has come for vengeance on this Monday. Hey, listen, I tip my cap to you, Robbie. You called it. I didn't have faith. None of us had faith. You called it. So, you know what? Kudos to you. Kudos to you.
I told you.
You told me. You did. I should have listened to you. Hey, do you have today's lottery numbers also? I'll take those while you're at it.
Oh, man. But I agree with – I also want to say that I agree with what the last caller just said. If you bring back Frank Martin, right, for next season, you are basically accepting the fact that you are going to be mediocre in basketball. That's what you're accepting. And until it clicks in someone's brain to say, hey, I want to see this team succeed, I think we're going to be stuck with Frank Martin. Do I still think he needs to be let go? Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I'd bank on right now he's back. Let me ask you this: Is there really enough?
Someone has a come to Jesus moment about okay, maybe we should fire Frank Martin. I think he's coming back. I don't think he should, but I think he's coming back. Oh, and by the way, I was very, very giddy yesterday after winning those 2 games yesterday. I was very, very happy. Because it shows people that, hey, we may have been playing the number 1 team in the country, but we daggone won 2 out of 3.
Yeah, and I'll tell you going into yesterday, my man, I did feel confident, at least in game 1. Will Sanders on the bump, and I said to the guy next to me, I said, don't let Carolina win game 1. Because game 3, anything. Hey, the second game of this doubleheader, anything can happen.
Texas fan?
No. It was Carolina. No, it was a Carolina fan. I will say this, though.
Okay.
Here's a funny story for you. After the first game of the doubleheader, I posted my post-game reaction video, and I said that, hey, Texas is a very beatable team. We can win the series. Let's go take the game. And midway through the second game of the doubleheader, we're up like 6 runs or something. And I had a Texas fan come to me, no clue who this guy is. And he said, hey, man, you were right. We are a very, very beatable team. So I'm like, you watched the video. How about that? A Texas fan paying attention on Twitter. So you never know. You never know who your words are hitting and who they're impacting. So yeah, the Texas people were cool though. The ones I ran into, I thought they were.
Oh yeah.
I thought they were cool folk. I mean, and they got a really, really good ball club, and they're going to win a lot of games this year. But yeah, that was fun yesterday. That was very fun.
Oh,
very, very fun.
And where has the hitting been the last few weeks? Because in game 2 yesterday, we dadgum hit the cover off of that dadgum ball.
Yeah, I mean, just execution, man. I mean, I think it's been there. You just finally executed. So, it's amazing what, hitting's contagious, and one guy does it and the other does it, and you start to get confidence, and, you feel like you can't get out. So, yeah, it was.
I truly believe if this team gets confidence, everybody needs to watch and hang out, because I can't remember what his name is, but the guy that started in the second game yesterday, that we won 9-4.
Yeah,
I can't remember his name, but he played fantastic. I'm not talking about Will Sanders. I know who Will Sanders is, but the other guy. He played very well. Just everybody played very well. I was shocked in the second game. I was like, where the heck is this thing? I was like, where was this when we played Clemson a couple of weeks ago? Where was this when we played Xavier? What the heck?
Baseball's a funny game, man. It's just you just never know. It's a funny game.
I thought to myself, you know what? The stars aligned, and we saw, we beat Texas. We need to take this positive momentum going into Tennessee. I don't know who we're playing in the Tuesday game, but
Gardner Webb. So that should most certainly be a victory. Okay. Should most certainly be a victory.
We should be able to take care of business.
We should. I would like to think so.
Nice. One of the guy that hired me to work at Zaxby's, his oldest son plays at Gardner Webb, if I'm not mistaken. Mm-hmm. Plays football at Gardner Webb. But we took care of business, like I said we were going to do. The reason why I felt like we were going to win, the series, one coming into your house. All right.
Robbie, little muffled on the mic, my guy. Make sure your finger's not covering the mic. You're good.
My bad. Can you hear me now?
Yes,
Hello?
yes. Loud and clear.
Okay. So, with number one coming into town, right?
There you go.
You don't want to be humiliated on your field, right? So that is what I think clicked in their heads yesterday. Like, we got beat pretty bad. We got beat pretty bad in game 1 on Saturday. We don't want that to happen again. I wouldn't be surprised if they had a players-only meeting after Saturday's beatdown, okay? Because that's what I would have done. But I think they came into yesterday like, okay, we do not want to lose again. Even though, yes, in every single game they got a base hit and hit a home run in all 3 of the games. In the first inning.
They hit a home run in the top of the first in each of the 3 games, yes.
Good Lord. Mm-hmm. Was it the same guy every time? Or
no. Two of the 3 days it was Melendez. The second game it was Eric Kennedy, I believe, the lefty.
Okay.
Yeah.
But the real challenge now is trying to build off of this. Build off of what happened this weekend. You took 2 of 3 from a team that no one was expecting you to do, probably except for me. Mm-hmm. But I've said it before, I'll say it again. If this team hits its stride, I feel like we could do a little something.
Mm.
Especially if we get Bosnick back and the bats stay hot. Look out, everybody, because you may be like, oh, South Carolina baseball is not doing as good as they used to. Yeah, but imagine if we hit our stride. If we hit our stride, look out. We didn't win 2 national titles for nothing. But if we hit our stride, I think we can do a little something.
Mm. I agree.
So
yeah, going to be a fun week, Robbie. Going to be a fun week. And, obviously SEC play getting going. This is where it gets really, really fun. So I'm looking forward to it. Robbie, we're going to jump into a quick break, my guy. But as always, a pleasure. And like I said, kudos to you, my friend, for getting the prediction right. I cannot wait for your prediction for the weekend.
you will get it.
Robbie, actually, Robbie. Actually, Robbie.
Yo.
You showed up to Tin Roof, and we beat Texas. So I'm going to need you back at Tin Roof on Wednesday night. That's really what it is. I mean, who are you, sir, to mess with a winning streak? Who are you or I to question the baseball gods?
There's only one God I don't question.
Fair enough.
But I will try to talk my dad into going to Tin Roof. And by the way, he's got a show again in 2 weeks. I don't know where, but he's got a show in 2 weeks.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. I will
show in about 2 weeks.
Yeah, I will chat with Uncle Boudreaux and we'll figure that out. Robbie, again, we're going to jump into a break, man. I appreciate you, though.
Have a good one.
Yeah, man. You too. Good stuff. Robbie Davis, as always, guys, we are going to jump into a break. Again, I want to hear from you. Okay? I want to hear from you. A lot to discuss. Baseball, men's basketball missing the tournament, women's basketball being the number 1 overall seed. How about Iowa in our region? That could be a fun matchup. Either way, guys, again, we're going to dive into this break, but I want to hear from you on the other side, more of your questions, your comments, your calls, and more on the other side of the break. You're tuned in to the Daily Crow. All right, guys, we're back taking your questions, your comments, your calls. 843-790-3377. That's 843-790-3377. I want to continue to hear from you guys again as we celebrate here on this Monday. Gamecocks taking 2 of 3 from the number 1 ranked Texas Longhorns. Also, guys, in case you missed it to celebrate, 15% off all merchandise with the promo code Horns Down for the next 24 hours. Also, we've got new Horns Down merch for you guys. You're going to need it. Hey, Texas is joining the SEC. We're going to play them every single year. So, Horns Down merch available at tsus.store. Be sure to check that out. And again, guys, when you use the promo code Horns Down for the next 24 hours, you get 15% off your entire purchase. Update on the weekend, by the way. I know Rebecca asked, others have asked. I'm about 30, pending whether we have a watch party this weekend or not for anything specifically, which I don't think we will because they're going to be really busy with St. Patty's Day, and so I don't think there's going to be anything specifically. I think they're going to be really busy with that. So there's a good chance, though, yours truly will be in Knoxville this weekend for the games against Tennessee. Got a group of buddies going, asked me to go, and obviously would love to get up there. Never been to Knoxville. So again, guys, just stay tuned for that. But again, I'm expecting to be in Knoxville. Again, that is pending. I don't want to say anything's for certain quite yet. But yeah, looking forward to it, man. Should be a really, really fun weekend. So anyways, guys, I do want to hear from you, your questions, your comments, your calls. 843-790-3377. That's 843-790-3377. You see, guys, the new backdrop today, by the way, we got the little mini helmets, we got the cards, we got the helmet, we got the baseball right there. We got Brendan M's hat. This is a hat worn by a Gamecock band member. Some really cool stuff behind me. So, guys, if there's anything, by the way, you want displayed in the studio or in the background, feel free. If you want to DM me for my address, you can do that and, hit me up. Also, guys, if you're commenting on Facebook, for some reason today I'm not seeing any Facebook comments. I will go to our Facebook page to try to see. Corey Gardner says, need to keep Will on Friday. He's our ace. Cody Gaskin says, do you think we should run the rotation like we did this previous weekend? Play Sanders on Saturday until we get Boz back. I wouldn't. I wouldn't moving forward. It worked because you were playing a 7-inning game and a doubleheader. I don't think in a normal setting it makes a lot of sense to save him. You know what I mean? Because how much would it benefit this team if you go up 1-0 in a series? And to go up 1-0, you want to throw your best guy. Bottom, especially against Tennessee, dude, who's one of the best offenses in all of college baseball. So I would move Sanders back to Friday, but, just me. Andrew Murphy, are you surprised Mahoney hasn't gotten much playing time? I get it with Wimmer, but weren't you pretty high on him? Andrew, no, I'm not. Let's jump to the phone lines
Call
here.
from
Rebecca, what's going on? How are you?
Good. So are you coming to Knoxville?
I will find out about 2:30 today. I got to meet up with Carolina Ale House to figure out what the game plan is in regards to watch parties and events and stuff like that. And if this weekend is open, then yes, I'm coming. I want to come. But again, you will know, everyone will know the latest noon tomorrow. So, and as far as tickets go, I don't even have a ticket yet. So I got to figure that out too. So.
Alrighty. I hope you do come up here.
Trust me, I've never been in Knoxville before, so I would love to make the trip.
True. I mean, I've been to Knoxville plenty of times.
Right. Yeah, I've heard good things. So I will be looking forward to the trip. Absolutely.
Yeah. I really, I was going to tell you that I've been watching the weather for Knoxville, and there was a thing saying that for Knoxville for Friday,
Mm.
Let's see here. Well, they're giving, well, hold up. That's Monday. There we go. Occasional cloudiness with occasional rain showers. 50% on Friday. And same thing for Friday night. And Saturday and Sunday is supposed to be good. Thought I'd let you know on that.
Gotcha. Yeah, I figured it would be a. Hopefully, it'll be a good weather weekend. But either way, I'm excited. I'm excited to meet with Carolina Alehouse and just figure out the game plan. And again, my plan is to come up there. So whether that changes, hey, I'll let you guys know. But I can't tell you the last time I went to an SEC. Actually, I don't know that I've ever been to an SEC road series before. So yeah, we're looking forward to it.
Yeah, that would be fun. I still want to meet you. I see you want to meet me, don't you?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we'll make it happen.
I thought I'd call in and say something about that so that you know what the weather's supposed to hold up for up here.
Yeah, no, for sure. I appreciate that. Yeah, like I said, we'll be keeping an eye on it, but I'm expecting to bring a coat, bring a hoodie. You know, I'd assume the weather's going to be what the weather will be, and we're going to bring the Rowdy Roosters to Knoxville. We're going to do it. So that's the plan.
Hell yeah. That's what I say.
I say they can kiss my ass. That's what I say.
Yeah.
Texas sure.
The whole state of Tennessee can kiss my ass. There you go.
That's it. Big mood going into the weekend. We took care of Texas. Tennessee, you're next.
Right? Yeah, the whole state of Tennessee can kiss my ass.
Damn right.
Except for my family and my church family
Right.
and
Okay.
some of my friends. I can't say everybody now. You see what I'm saying?
Right. I got you. You gotta put a disclaimer there. I understand. Trust me, I got some of my friends that can kiss my ass too. I won't tell them which ones are which, but trust me, some of them I really like, and some of them can kiss my ass.
Right. Tennessee balls can kiss my ass, people. Mm-hmm. I don't give a damn. They can go to hell. For all I care. Really, they shouldn't say that, but I'm just saying that to be.
Say it with your chest.
You know. I think I have a right to say that.
I think you do also. Hey, I promote it. Say it with your chest, like I said.
Get it off your chest.
Big facts.
Now they do have a tin roof in Knoxville.
Do they now? Holy smokes! We might have to stop by. I'll have to tell the boys on Wednesday we might be stopping in and making an appearance.
Right. I seen that on the other day. I was looking it up.
Mm-hmm.
They, them T-shirts I was telling you about. We need to get them T-shirts.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I like I said, I've been going 1,000 miles an hour, but I will definitely work on that. Very simple. I mean, I could make that very quickly. So I will get to work on that.
Yeah, if you can do that, bring one up here when you come up.
I can't promise I'll have them made by this weekend, but I will have them made soon. Yeah.
That would be good if you could, Robbie Davis called in right at the same time I was calling in earlier. I was like, let me get him here.
Yeah, hey, I mean, back to back, two legends back to back. Love to see it.
If you have a video of you meeting her, that would be something.
A video of meeting who?
Somebody, CJ.
Oh. Gotcha. Sorry, I must have had an eye booger. Couldn't see the comment. I don't know. Yeah, I see it now, though. I see it now. Yeah, I saw it.
They want you to make a video clip of meeting me.
Okay. Now I see.
Saying that somebody is now wanting, CJ saying, who wants a video clip of Chris meeting Rebecca? Vote now.
Yeah, we'll make it happen. So.
Heck, I'll come up there by myself if they allow my service dog, Leo.
Yeah, like I said, I just gotta figure out this meeting today and just what's going on this weekend. But as soon as I do, trust me, I'm on top of it. I got you.
Right. If you care, don't find out about the service dog thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'll need the address too.
Yeah, we'll make it happen. I got you, Rebecca. I got you.
All right, you can make a clip on this, okay?
Okay.
Get ready on this one.
We're ready.
All right. No, I'm not related to Robbie. I don't know why somebody asked me that. I just seen that. That wasn't the clip that I was wanting to say. All right. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Tennessee balls can kiss my ass. And they can go to hell. And I don't give two shits about them.
Big mood, big energy entering Tennessee week. Big mood.
Right on.
Right on. Rebecca, appreciate you calling in as always. Like I said, I will let you know. I will let you know about Knoxville this weekend and what the plan is. So, anyways, we'll talk soon, though, Rebecca. I appreciate it.
All right. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. You take care. Great stuff. You know, what's funny about this show, by the way, is there are so many slapdicks that I say slapdicks. Not everybody that DMs me is a slapdick, obviously, but there are so many people that want to have banter. They want to get their word in so badly, especially on Twitter. Bro, this is the platform to call in. This is the platform to do it. Because you have all seen to this point, if you call in and you are entertaining, I'll clip it, and if it's entertaining content, we'll share it with the masses. We'll share it with the masses. I'm more than happy to do so. The beauty's in the banter, folks. I love it. So, anyways, guys, what a day. We've hit 115. Again, talking South Carolina's victory, 2 of 3 over Texas. Again, this is the show for the people, man. This is the show for the people. This is you guys' show. This is you guys' show. You run it. You run the show. You run the show. Exactly how I want it to be. Hey, by the way, guys, obviously, March Madness right around the corner. Right around the corner. I will be today creating a TSUS March Madness Bracket Challenge. Similar to what we did last year, the winner of the Bracket Challenge will receive a free piece of TSUS merch. Free piece of merch. So, as soon as I have that up, you guys be sure to check it out and join. Why not? You got nothing to lose, right? You got nothing to lose. Got absolutely nothing to lose. So, got absolutely nothing to lose. Going to be really, really cool. Going to be a lot of fun. Those are always fun. I mean, who doesn't love March Madness? Right? I got to print my bracket out. Keith, I agree with you that Will has earned the right to start on Fridays. James Kendall says, what is the chance that TSUS comes to Charleston against the Citadel? James, I'd love to. I mean, why not? Let's see, the game's next week, Tuesday at 7. I mean, there's no reason why. I went to Charlotte. There's no reason why I couldn't come. So why not? Might have to do it. Could be a good time, James. Could be a very good time. Again, guys, taking your questions, comments, calls, 843-790-3377. It feels good to be good, man. Feels good to be good. What a weekend. What a weekend in the city. Finally, right? Finally. Also, we sit here on spring practice eve. South Carolina football will hit the practice field tomorrow to get things rolling. How about it? Going to be one hell of a time, man. We're going to have spring football content starting tomorrow on the podcast, right? Things such as top 5 storylines going into spring ball, top position battles to watch for, things of that nature. So, going to be a lot of fun, man. And, of course, tomorrow, those first pictures of Spencer Rattler in a Gamecock helmet and throwing the ball around. It's going to be incredible. All right, let's jump to the phone lines here.
Call from
CJ.
CJ, what's up, man? How are you?
What's up, my guy? How are you?
I'm doing well, man. Appreciate you asking. What's going on?
Not a whole lot, man. Just working, grinding, and that's about it. Just living a normal day as a Gamecock.
I hear you, man. Great day to be a Gamecock today, too.
Man, what you talking about? But I think I guess my biggest key and biggest takeaway from this weekend was the freshmen.
Mm.
You know, we did our homework, and but I don't think that nobody, even including in the nation, would have thought that our freshmen would have stood up, especially Mr. Evan Stone himself, getting his first knocker. They're just freshmen standing up this week. Just let them know, like, hey, look, it's not that's what you call a team win.
Right.
Is when all players can step up to do their job, and that's defining a team win. I think that when it, like any collegiate sport, I think baseball is probably the only collegiate sport where you cannot singly take away from a freshman's skill set and tell him that he doesn't belong on the field, or that this game is too fast for him, or that he's not ready yet. Basketball does that at certain universities, but at every single college you go to, it doesn't matter, D2, D1, doesn't matter. Baseball is the most skilled sport where you can't handedly say that a freshman is not ready. There's a reason why recruits get recruited to play at the biggest level of college baseball at D1. Like, they don't expect you to be there. It's just like getting drafted straight from high school. They don't expect you to be in the minor leagues for more than 5 years at most, if that. But, and college baseball is the same exact way. That is probably close to, like I said, basketball is like a hand few pickings of just the universities. But every college player, freshman, sophomore, doesn't matter where you go, there is a guy to step up. And South Carolina has proven that. And that's the reason why people are so low on Mark Kingston, is because he is used to playing the younger players. Yes, he goes out and gets, transferred, but Mark Kingston is very, very high on playing freshmen. He is not afraid and timid to play his freshman players. And that's what I respect the most about Mark Kingston.
Yeah.
But, it's just, to me, it's just, I love the camaraderie on your channel, and it's no pun intended, even though some people might see it that way, but, we go way back. So it is what it is. But at the same time, we're here to talk about the Gamecocks. And, whether somebody says, screw Clemson, or, hey, Chris, we can't wait to meet you, it's still a fun joy ride, man. So I want to personally thank you for all that you do for all of your viewers, man. Because, like I said, you're my hero, man. I want to be like you when I grow up. So
I appreciate that, man. You're good people, and I hope to see you again at Founders soon, man. Hopefully you're out there.
I was at Founders the whole time. Yeah, I was at Founders this weekend.
Oh,
As
were
a matter
you?
of fact,
Okay.
I wasn't out there. I wasn't out there Saturday. I couldn't be out there Saturday. Of course,
you didn't miss much, my man. That weather was, oh my God, woo! That was a tough weather day. Tough weather day.
Yeah, I mean, and that's just that's a part of the game, though.
Oh, I mean, for sure, battling the
same
elements, but whew, yeah, that was brutal.
Yeah, if people really think about that game, just the weather reminded me not how cold it was, but just the trials and tribulations we went through when we swept Florida last year at home, and when we went till midnight playing a 11-inning game, 12-inning game. So that's what that kind of reminded me of. But hey, man, yeah, I was just very, very proud of our freshmen and our team win. More than anything, for our freshmen standing up, especially against, going up against, the number one team in the nation, and showing them like, hey, look, we got recruited to play baseball just like you guys. Even though we're freshmen, that's our title, but don't let our title fool you from our talent. It's just like any high school player. I remember going up against Scott Wingo, Justin Smoke. When I was in high school, we went to the International Paper Classic in Georgetown. And I was a pitcher for both teams when Scott Wingo was at Malden and Justin Stratford when he was at, or Justin when he was at Stratford. And I remember going up against those guys, and I was just thinking to myself, like, hey, look, you know, these guys might be getting drafted going to South Carolina, but at the same time, like, I have a skill set of my own. And they might not know my skill set, but deep down, hey, we all play the game of baseball. So, but either way, I'm getting off of here. I just wanted to call in and tell you, man, you're my hero, and I appreciate you, my guy, and that I do want to be like you growing up one day, Chris. I appreciate it.
I appreciate you, man. It's much love. Like I said, I hope to see you out in the ballpark soon. You know, tailgate, whatever. Let's get up soon, my man.
Oh, indeed. We definitely can't do what we did that one Tuesday night, but you know, we'll definitely have more nights as occurring that come in the future. So
For sure. CJ, always
All
a
right,
pleasure, my
Chris.
guy.
Hey, brother.
All right, man. Take care. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. Appreciate CJ. That means a lot. Means a lot, and yeah, I'm grateful for you all beyond. I mean, just beyond what words can say. So thank you all, man. Let's jump into a quick break, guys. 843-790-3377. That's 843-790-3377. More of your questions, comments, calls, and more on the other side of the break. You're tuned in to the Daily Crow. All right, guys, we're back. 843-790-3377. That's 843-790-3377. I want to continue to hear from you, your questions, comments, calls. Again, guys, a fun Monday on this Monday, March the 14th, 2022, as we celebrate the Gamecocks taking 2 of 3 from the number 1 ranked at the time and now number 2 ranked Texas Longhorns. South kind of building some momentum, man. Who knows? Who knows? Brian Dean asked, Chris, are you going to any Braves games? That is the plan, my man. I want to so badly. I went last year with my good buddy Justin. We had an absolute blast, dude. I mean, I'd never been. I'd never been to the stadium. I had never been to the Battery or anything. That's an incredible experience. So definitely we'll be heading out there. Going to be a ton of fun. Travis asked, Chris, what's the deal with the guy from Texas moving the SEC mat? Great question, Travis. Great question. I don't know. I don't know why you do that. And is it that big of a deal? Not necessarily, but I also don't know why he made it such a big deal in the sense of where the mat is. What are you trying to get a better look at? I guess spin or just the pitches or whatever. Dude, that's why he earned our slap dig of the weekend, because none of it really made any sense. I mean, I guess he's trying to move the mat over to get a better look, the angle, down the at the pitch. But I don't know, man. That was foolish. That was silly. That was silly on his end. I don't know. So I don't know why he did it. I don't know why he made that a thing. I don't know. I truly don't know. Let's see. Anyways, guys, Justin Martin. Let's see, Justin Martin. What text did you send, Justin Martin? Let's get to our text messages here. Justin says, I have a good time in Gatlinburg, Tennessee, in Pigeon Forge. Chris, have you been to Gatlinburg? Yes, I have. Yes, very good time. Baseball team did well. I was disappointed with South Carolina basketball team this season. Sometimes you got to make a change for the better. Go Cox, horns down. Yeah, I mean, again, man, like I said earlier, I as I said earlier in the season, there's no distaste or vitriol to Frank Martin, but at some point, do results matter? Do they matter? Do they matter? Because it is a results-oriented business. Do they matter at some point? Well, at what point do they matter? Anyways. Yeah, by the way, fantastic hanging out with all the Yardcocks out at Founders Park this past weekend. Incredible stuff. Had a blast, guys. Again, appreciate you all sincerely. That was incredible. And what a weekend. Just what a weekend, man. You take 2 of 3 from the number 1 team in the country. And as I said earlier, man, find some joy. Just as last weekend against Clemson wasn't an indictment that this team, the season is over and the season is doomed, this past weekend against Texas isn't an indictment that this team is headed to the College World Series. But there's no shame in celebrating winning. If we're going to be critical, if we're going to be upset, if we're going to take losing personally, then let's at least, when we find victory, find joy in that. Let's at least be able to celebrate victory. I mean, what's the harm? What's the harm in celebrating winning? That's the fun part of being a fan. And if you can't do that, I feel bad for you. I truly do feel bad for you. So, again, I'm not telling you to crown them. I'm not telling you to crown them. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying crown them. I'm not. Anyways, wow, Purdue, the last undefeated team in college baseball. How about that? Yeah, let's beat Tennessee, Rebecca. Going to be a really, really fun weekend. Again, I'm meeting up with Carolina Ellis today at 2:30. Going to figure out the weekend plan as long as everything goes smoothly or as long as we don't have any watch parties or events, which if we do, that's totally fine. And I'm cool with that. Business is business. But if we don't, because I know they're going to be busy with St. Patty's Day and all that, if we don't, to Knoxville we go. To Knoxville we go. And also, by the way, if we do go and it happens, there will be no Daily Crow on Friday. I think the only way we could do it is from the car, which maybe we'll do like a Twitter Spaces instead. But that will obviously change the schedule for Friday. Not with the podcast, just the Daily Crow. Either way, though, I think you guys would think it's really, really cool that we be up there. And maybe we do like a special Saturday something. I don't know, before the game or something like that. But, either way, just stay tuned. Stay tuned to our plans for the weekend. Really excited for that. But again, guys, excited to chat with you all today. Excited to chat with you all today as we celebrate, like I said, huge series win. What are your thoughts on South Carolina basketball missing the NIT? And then, of course, the women's. Feels good to be good, man. Number 1 overall. I mean, there hasn't – now the season begins. Right? We had our fun beating up on the SEC. That was cool. This is where the real season begins for Dawn Staley and company. There's one thing on their mind, and that's winning a national championship. That's it. Bottom line. That's what it comes down to. And it may be harsh, but it's just where you are as a program, which is a blessing, but it's national title or bust. If you don't win it all, you didn't accomplish the ultimate goal of this season. And I know they know that too. They've got a chip on their shoulder from last year. So it's going to be fun, exciting to watch them navigate through their region. Obviously, Iowa, the 2 seed. That could be a really intriguing matchup. Caitlin Clark and Aaliyah Boston going at it. But all signs and all roads lead to the national championship for this group. So I'm excited to watch it. Very excited to watch it. First game, of course, Friday at 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock. South Carolina will take on the winner of Howard and IUW. Let's see. Larry Gornto says, I think this program's a lot like basketball. Let's see. There are going to be ups, but they will outweigh the downs. Will they outweigh the downs? Definitely enjoy the wins and love seeing Becker break out. Hope is still there with the postseason. Yeah. I mean, listen, you had to have it. We didn't say it going into this past weekend because I think most were down and out and felt like, man, number 1, Texas, they're going to have their way with us. But, I mean, yeah, coming into this weekend, coming into this past weekend, you really could have looked at it as like, dude, to kind of get the season back on track, you got to find a way to take 2 or 3 at home. You just have to. You just have to. And so, sure enough, now you assume you're going to win tomorrow. Okay, I don't think I'm saying anything crazy. You're going to beat Gardner-Webb. If you're 10-6 going into SEC play, I mean, that's not exactly where you want it to be, but it's not that far off. It's like 2 games off. I mean, last year going into SEC play, I think you were 12-3. So, I mean, it's not far enough off to derail, right, your postseason chances. It's going to come down to what you do in SEC play. Bottom line, it's going to come down to what you do in SEC play. That's it. That's it, bottom line. So the goal is this. 15-15 or better. Go 500 or better in SEC play. If you can find a way to do that, you're 100. Hell, if you go 14-16 or better, you're in the postseason. It's no question. I mean, there have been SEC teams made it at 13-17. But hey, remove all doubt. Go 15-15 or better. You're in. You're in. And it starts this weekend. So, yep, it starts this weekend. I will tell you guys this. I do actually still think this is a postseason team. I'm not saying they're an Omaha team. I'm not even saying at this point, they're super regional. But I think it's a postseason team. I really do. You get Bosnick back. You get some of those arms back. You're only going to enhance your roster. We said it to start the season. Kind of the blessing in disguise of all this is now you've gotten dudes innings. I mean, sure, there have been growing pains. I mean, right? It sucks to lose your rival the way you did. But getting a guy like Matthew Becker an opportunity. Getting guys like Aiden Hunter, Cade Austin. Maybe they're not your first guys out of the pen, but at least getting a Michael Raswell. But at least now you sort of know, and these guys are ready to go into SEC play and pitch. They're ready to contribute, They're not just huge question marks. So Connor Lee says, since you're a hero, what is your superhero name? I don't know, man. That's for you to decide. I'm just Chris from the Spurs Up Show, man. See Philly. That's it. So I appreciate all the love, man. It's incredible. It's incredible. I truly, Can't thank you guys enough. Can't thank you guys enough. So, yep. Larry Gornto, had to find that pitcher to take one if Bosnick gets back to form. Yes, there should be energy and momentum. I mean, yeah, I think of it this way, man. You bring Bosnick back, all of a sudden, you're sliding Noah Hall. He's your top bullpen. I'm not opposed to it. I think Noah Hall's a very solid arm. I mean, again, I'm not saying he's he's Matt Price or anything, but I think he's a very solid bullpen arm for you. I like what he brings to your pitching staff. I'm all for it. I'm all game. So. Anyways, guys. Taking your questions, comments, calls, 843-790-3377. Heath Hagler, how do you feel about Will Sanders' energy on the bump? Yeah, I don't know if it was you, Heath, that commented this on Instagram. Somebody did. I think it might have been you. And somebody said that Will Sanders should have been one of the slapdicks of the weekend because he was – no, listen, pitchers self-talk all the time. And a camera caught it, and he told the guy who was taking forever, get in the effing box. Get in the effing box. And so pitchers self-talk themselves all the time. And this is not something that Will Sanders invented. This is something that goes on at every level. This is something that many pitchers do, hyping themselves up or what have you. So he wasn't even talking crap to the guy in the box. He's just talking to himself. I have no issue with it. None. I actually like it. I'm not opposed to it at all. I have zero issue with it. So I love the energy. I love the passion. I love the excitement. Our guys were obviously playing with a chip on their shoulder, and they attacked it the right way, I thought. I really did. I thought they attacked everything the right way. They approached everything the right way, and it was a lot of fun to watch, man. It was a lot of fun to watch. So, P-Mods, there's a Gamecock Twitter March Madness bracket coming soon. Oh, God, the last thing we need. The last thing that we need. Yeah, somebody that awkward moment when somebody DMs you saying that you're a bitch for not replying to their tweets, you're a slapdick, you're a fake ass fanboy, whatever. That awkward moment when you have to tell them, do you understand the reason I can't reply to any of your tweets is because your account is private. People realize you can't see I can't, if I don't follow you and your account is private, I can't see when you reply. Do people understand that? And what's funny too is people think they're entitled for a response. Like, bro, who are you? You're just some random guy on Twitter? Like, who are you? What weight does your opinion hold that you deserve a response? You know what I mean? Like, what an egotistical, entitled mentality to have. Who are you? Who are you? P-Mod says TSUS is a 1 seed. I'm in his region. P-Mod, I can't wait to get knocked out of the Twitter bracket in the first round, because that's what's going to happen. That's definitely what's going to happen. I'm definitely going to get knocked. I think it's going to be a point to knock TSUS out, which, go ahead. Do your worst. Have at it. Do your worst. Have at it. Have at it. Why not? God, Miles Ayer against fifth quarter Freeman in the first round. Some of these matchups, y'all, omniscient earthworm, my guy over here, putting this out there. This is hysterical. God, that's so funny. P-Dawk against Rob Profit. Now, P-Dawk, let me ask you this, P-Dawk. No offense, how are you a higher seed than Rob Profit? So I guess it's not going off follower count, correct? I guess it's not going off of follower count. It's just going off of, it's just, you guys are just probably making up the rules as you go along, correct? I would imagine that you are. Either way, though, hey, it's all good fun. It's bracket season. It is bracket season. Hey, guys, we're going to jump into one final break here in the Daily Crow, and then we'll take your questions and everything else. I do want to hear from you, though. More of your questions, comments, calls, and more on the other side. You're tuned in to the Daily Crow. All right, guys, we're back. Final 10 minutes or so in the Daily Crow, Monday, March the 14th, 843-790-3377. Taking your questions, your comments, and your calls as well. You know what's funny? I was thinking about over the break because I know P-Mod is tuned in, and I love P-Mod. Oh, man, Landon Sims done for the season. Done for the season. Damn. That sucks. Anyways, I was thinking about this over the break, and again, P-Mod talking about Slapdick and the other troll accounts that are on Twitter. You know what I think of when I think of the troll accounts like Slapdick and these anonymous accounts is, you ever seen that episode of South Park where they're literally trolling and they're like all like behind they're trying to find out who the troll is and they're all like behind the laptop. Like, that's what I think of. That's what I think of. Is like a bunch of dudes just doing that. So, hey, no disrespect, but, is what it is. P-Mod says follower count's a factor, but net's the deciding factor. Gotcha. Okay. Tyrell Campbell Sr., why does Facebook suck so bad? Well, the feed is up and fine on Facebook. For some reason, I cannot see you guys' comments today on Facebook. So I've got the feed pulled up on another tab here. So just trying to keep up with everything. P-Mod, I'm probably going to lose in the first round, my guy. Omniscient Earthworm going to take me down for sure. No doubt. Omniscient Earthworm certainly going to take me down. So South kind of finished 93rd in the net. 93rd. So there you go. Nick Marshall says the Twitter trolls are all wearing diapers while they type. Oh, my God. P-Mod, me trying to slay your following base is like a knight trying to slay a dragon. I hear you, my guy. I hear you. I don't know. I don't know if my following really cares about Twitter polls or March Madness or what have you, but either way, we'll see. Either way, so on that note, we are creating a TSUS March Madness Bracket Challenge group. I'll be doing that today, so guys, be sure to stay tuned for that. Join into it. The winner will get a free piece of TSUS merch, as we normally do in these challenges, if you will. So, again, really excited for that. Also, guys, just a packed week of content, man. Obviously, when you win, it's funny. Some people say, well, Chris likes when we loses. He likes to call the coaches, call for their heads. Bro, I love making content when we win. Never get it twisted. It's much more fun. It's much more fun and exciting to make content when we win, I can assure you. So, again, content bleeding out the eyeballs today, the entire week. Again, we're meeting with Carolina Ale House this afternoon. Good chance that yours truly will be in Knoxville this weekend. So, first time ever going to Knoxville. Good chance. P-Mod, any recommendations in Knoxville? Please let me know. Any recommendations in Knoxville? Please let me know. By the way, guys, you guys wish P-Mod a happy birthday. His birthday was yesterday. But again, P-Mod, happy birthday to you, sir. We appreciate you, P-Mod, one of the real ones, one of the day ones. Appreciate P-Mod tuning in and appreciate P-Mod rocking with everything we do, man. Appreciate you, my guy. Appreciate you. P-Mod's birthday. P-Mod's birthday. Y'all wish him a happy birthday. Andrew Murphy, are you worried about the quick turnaround for Sanders to pitch Friday since he pitched Sunday? No, I'm not worried about him. He's a young buck. He'll be fine. Rest up, recovery. He'll be good to go. No, I think he'll be fine. So it's not like we're asking him to pitch on 3 days of rest. You know what I mean? It's he goes from Sunday, he gets Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. He'll probably light toss, if any, today. Tomorrow, a little bit more of an extensive toss. Wednesday, maybe a bullpen. Maybe Tuesday, if he's feeling good, throw a bullpen. Wednesday, probably stretch it out, long toss. Thursday, light toss. Friday game. So, and maybe he won't pitch Friday, but I think he could.
P-Mod.
P-Mod, what's going on, man? How are you?
Hey, man, I know you're about to wrap it up. I just wanted to get two quick things across. Number one, anybody listening to the Daily Crow right now, I appreciate it in advance for y'all voting for me in the March Madness bracket. And number two, I really like the idea of having a two left-handed pitcher, three-man rotation on the weekend when Bosnick comes back. Hopefully his out-of-shape butt can come back very soon, but I do love the idea of two lefties going Saturday, Sunday, or maybe if they put one of them on Friday, just having two lefties in the weekend rotation. You don't hardly ever see that.
Yeah. I mean, if you're not going to have a bunch of dudes throwing 95, 96, at least, throw something different at them and throw lefties and just some crafty dudes. I mean, we know that Bosnick can be a 95 guy, but, just have something different. Throw something different at him. So,
Becker was juiced up.
Oh, yeah.
Weekend,
he was 91. I hadn't seen him throw that hard all year. So, yeah.
Yeah, he was juiced up for that. Anyways, that's just what the two things I wanted to say.
For sure. P-Mod, always a pleasure, my guy.
Thank you, my guy.
Yeah, man. Take care. We'll talk soon. Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, I love the, obviously I'm a lefty myself, so I obviously love the idea of two lefties on the weekend, and you just need to get Boz back. I mean, that's the biggest key. I don't know how close he is, or, I feel like if he's throwing, like, why not get him an inning in the midweek? Like, if he's, what I'm saying? Like, he's got to take the mound at some point. He needs to take the mound at some point and get some live ABs. So, wow. Stone Simmons, also a torn UCL for Mississippi State. State losing some big-time arms. God. Been a lot of guys going down with Tommy John, man. I mean, obviously, we've had one with James Hicks. Just been a ton of dudes. Anyways, guys, taking your questions, your comments, your calls. We just got a couple minutes to go, guys. Like I said, hey, quick reminder, episode 617 of the podcast. It did drop this morning. It didn't drop at 5 a.m., but it dropped this morning. You do not want to miss today's podcast. A damn good one. And again, I say that about a lot of them, but this one today, a really, really good one. And again, moving forward, guys, the podcast will drop as normal, as scheduled at 5 a.m. today. I had the podcast scheduled to drop at 5 a.m., but not today for March 15th, which obviously does none of us any good. So forgive me. I will master this Blue Wire hosting platform. I promise you, I've got to keep a better eye on the dates and stuff like that. We are not a logistics company. We're not an analytics company. I'm a guy running a podcast and running a business. So I do apologize. Appreciate you all rolling with the punches. But again, great show that dropped today. Podcast, Daily Crow rolling all week. Course 10 Roof. We're live there 6 to 8 on Wednesday. Baseball game tomorrow night. Spring ball getting going tomorrow. We got a ton to discuss. Content bleeding out the eyeballs this week. And folks, let me say this before we wrap up. Thank you again so much. Those who call in, you guys are the real stars of the Daily Crow. You guys are what make the Daily Crow what it is. I just can't say enough good things about you all and your love and your support. And it means the absolute world, man. I say it every day. I know I sound like a broken record, but I'm so grateful. I lead with gratitude. I lead with service, and I'll never stop doing that. Because again, I'll never stop being grateful for you guys and your love and your support and helping me fulfill my dreams. You know what I mean? Helping me fulfill my dreams. So again, thank you all so much, man. It means the absolute world. And yes, Rebecca, I hope to see you in Knoxville as well. With that being said, we're going to wrap it up, guys. Appreciate you all tuning in. Have a fantastic rest of your Monday, and we will talk to you